So as you know, James Gunn is creating Superman Legacy, which is a reboot to the entire DC universe, starting with my favorite hero, Superman. And yes, we finally got David Corenswet cast as Superman / Clark Kent. Rachel Brosnahan is going to be our Lois Lane. Now, I just want to know about the suit. Now, over this 4th of July weekend, James Gunn has hinted among several things about Superman Legacy. Now, a lot of people know that this is going to be a reboot, restart to the DC universe, and with a new Superman, played by David Corenswet. And most general audiences are probably going to think we're going to have another origin film. Another origin film? Kinda actually tired of another Superman origin film at this point. We've always started with the new Superman, and it never got to the point where we can actually get to see some other Superman villains. Like, let's see something more than just Lex Luthor or Zod. I mean, they can be in the movie, but I just want another villain. But James Gunn has confirmed that this is not going to be an origin tale. When someone volunteered himself to play young Clark Kent in Superman Legacy, James Gunn says there is no young Clark. Which just means that we're just going to have David Corenswet as Clark Kent. He's going to be older Clark Kent. He's already going to be Superman, and he's already going to have the suit. Which is interesting because a lot of people are wondering, such as myself, what is this suit going to look like? And over the holiday weekend, he posted this picture of what a lot of people know as the Max Fleischer suit, which is very close to the golden age of Superman. Which a lot of people are wondering, does James Gunn have an intention to actually use that suit for Superman Legacy? He has retweeted and tweeted that suit on many occasions, so it's not that hard to conclude that he could be getting inspiration for that suit, maybe a version of that suit for Superman Legacy. Now, obviously, that is an older design and it kind of works in the cartoons, it works in the comics, and it works if this movie was back in the 1940s. But Tyler Hoechlin actually utilized that suit in Superman and Lois. Granted, it was a very short scene and it was meant more of an homage to Max Fleischer's Superman, but it was still cool to see, and a lot of Superman fans appreciated that. Does that mean we're going to get the red trunks as well? Maybe? But I don't think it's going to look exactly like that, or maybe he's going to throw that in there and then have the actual suit later, who knows? But I feel like James Gunn is going to get his own version of the Superman suit, perhaps inspired by the Max Fleischer suit. We'll see. On the other hand, I'm kind of wondering if maybe the timeline of this movie is actually an older timeline, meaning like this is like maybe the 1940s, or maybe this version of the universe is more old-fashioned, because he did mention that this Superman is all about truth, justice, and the American way, which is something more in line with a more classic age of Superman, in which maybe this movie is inspired by the classic age Superman, and the environment and the world is more classic. And if that's the case, then Trunks would definitely work for that type of Superman. Especially David Corenswet has that classic look to him. It helps that a lot of people are seeing him in that classic look because of Pearl or in the Netflix show Hollywood. And Rachel Brosnahan does look like a classic version of Lois Lane, or because audiences have seen her in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. But having this world have that more classic look, maybe even a classic age, could differentiate itself from the modern DCEU that it's going to separate from. The other question is, what about the Superman theme? Are we going to get another movie with the Christopher Reeves John Williams score? Well, he finally answered when a fan asked, "Do you have any idea what direction you're going in with the score for Superman Legacy? I'm hoping for an epic theme." James Gunn says, "I have more than an idea. We are, as usual, already developing score and taking a unique path." which means it's going to be an all original score for his version of Superman. It's not going to be Hans Zimmer's Man of Steel theme. It's not going to be John Williams' score. He's going to make his very own version of his Superman score, and that's how it should be. So it seems like we're kind of squaring up to this new, unique Superman. I don't know if it's going to have that classic look or not. I don't know what the theme's going to sound like, but it's all shaping up to be something unique and different from the other Supermans. And I hope it is, because then we won't have that comparison issue, and we can fully enjoy this new version of Superman.